Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the new best log bait deck in the game. The ranked 35 player in the world has been abusing the champion 3-card cycle with 3 1 elixir cost cards, giving him the fastest cycle possible in Clash Royale. Which means when Skeleton King is on the field, all you have to do is cycle Skeletons, Fire Spirit, and Electro Spirit to get back to another Firecracker, Wall Breakers, or Goblin Barrel. Only having to spend 3 elixir means that no one in the game can possibly keep up with you. So Goblin Barrels will arrive on tower before your opponent's back to the log, the Wall Breakers will blast opponents in the face before they're ready, and of course the Firecracker will pop out of nowhere when the opponent doesn't even understand how it's there. The non-stop spam with the absurdly fast cycle makes this one of the most fun decks that I've ever played in Clash. And once you learn how to outcycle your opponents, the games just feel like you're cheating. The ranked 35 player in the world has cracked the code for the new best log bait deck, and it's time for us to crack some towers and assert dominance. If you don't have Skeleton King, Mighty Miner is the best substitution, but any champion works, and you can even use the Knight. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to make all of the higher for videos possible. Yo, gotta give me it's quick. I feel like I'm gonna be quicker than you, man. Even though you got the name, you're not gonna have the deck to be equipped to deal with us. So I'm gonna go for a Fire Spirit at the start, and we immediately see Hound. So generally in this type of situation, whenever someone goes Hound in the back, you want to go opposite lane to them, try to apply some semblance of aggression. We can go for Skeletons here behind the Skeleton King, and then it's gonna give us a lot more damage per second. I could go in for an Inferno. I think I'm gonna go for the Inferno, because we're not gonna be able to break through that anyway. The Inferno Tower will guarantee that we stop the Hound in its tracks, and we can go for a Firecracker here on top of the Barbarians. We do want to stop the Barbs, maybe bait out arrows, and if he doesn't have arrows in cycle, then we can hustle and bustle through with our aggressive Goblin Barrel. Generally, that's what I like to do. I like baiting out our opponent's arrows and their small spells. We're going to go for a Fire Spirit here, and we're going to go in for a Goblin Barrel again, and then, wow, he's feisty. He's going to eat all that damage and just go in for a balloon. We can pull that with the Inferno Tower, and I think we're completely content. Wait, if we kill the balloon, oh, no. He went for a zap. Does he end up getting any more damage than just one hit? We can probably get away with Skeletons here to go and pull back the Skeleton Dragons. Maybe? Nope, didn't go down fast enough. Oh, this is bad. It is looking real rough. Skeleton Dragons did so much damage. You know what? I'm going to go for Wall Breakers ahead of my Firecracker. And even though we're down like 100 HP, we probably have a good interaction here with one Wall Breaker connecting to the tower, the Firecracker surviving, and hopefully even finishing off the Inferno Dragon. Especially if the Firecracker just consistently gets knocked back, the Inferno Dragon has to reset every single time. All right, he didn't activate King Tower. I bet he's going to activate King Tower now. But his tower on the left is so low that I don't even know if that would make sense for him. Bet you he goes Hound in the back, and then he goes Barbarians directly on top of the Skeleton King. If he goes Barbarians under the Skeleton King, then I can Firecracker that and finesse it. I want to see the Barbarians. Where are they? Where are they at? You got to drop it soon, bro. Yeah, there they are. So the Firecracker is going to splash onto the Barbs. We can easily keep it alive with Skeletons, Electro Spirit, Fire Spirit, and the Firecracker is just going to get so knocked back that our opponent can't even attack. What the heck? He went for a Miner, it got deleted by Spirits. That's insane. All right, we got to go in for a Skeleton King so we don't lose our tower to that one Barbarian. I didn't really realize how much damage that thing was doing. Let's go for Wall Breakers on the left, so then he has to go for arrows and zap on top of the Firecracker, and that costs his entire elixir bank. Now he doesn't have anything for the Wall Breakers, so he just dropped 5 elixir on top of a 3 elixir card. So as you guys can see, if you whittle your opponent down and force them into negative trades, then the Firecracker is going to pop off and give ludicrous value. The Firecracker is still alive, and then obviously if we're just going to keep spamming, the Firecracker is going to continuously give us damage. If you can't kill the Firecrackers, then you can't win the game. It's as simple as that. That Firecracker is melting 5 elixir Barbarians. Endless value for me is what I'm trying to say out here. So I'm going to go for Skeleton King. Firecracker's still alive. I want a lifespan timer on that Firecracker. Is it going to die this entire match or not? That's the question. Nope, Firecracker's still alive. Cool. Love to see it. We can go in for an Inferno Tower here. With 9 seconds left, I think the Firecracker will eventually die, but his tower is fried. He lost both towers and didn't even take one. He might take one with that Miner, but it's not going to come down in time. I called it at the start. This dude was not quick enough to keep up with us. The Firecracker spam got out of hand real quick, handing him a gigantic loss. And we're cycling through the ranks at 8,000 in the world. All right, so getting into the game, we see someone with a Skeleton Barrel in their banner. You guys know the deal. We're going to barrel through with our Wall Breakers, and we'll see if this guy's going to be ready to defend. Generally, whenever we see a Goblin gang, our opponent's going to end up having a log bait deck. I mean, it could be a weird 3 Musketeer minion horde deck, but that doesn't happen very often anymore. Actually, I don't even remember the last time I played against 3 Musketeers. Oh, Skeleton Barrel with Goblin gang. He stayed true to his word with his banner. Gotta be a Mega Knight deck. So if you guys are ever uncomfortable playing against Mega Knight, you click the Skeleton King ability, and the Skeleton King destroys the Mega Knight. Especially since the Mega Knight generally targets the Skeleton King. So then, obviously, if it's not targeting the Skeletons just do so much damage per second. So I'm going to go for an electro spirit here. Then I'm going to go in for a fire spirit. We are going to be able to stun the musketeer and finish it off with 2 elixir. Very clean stuff for us. So I want to go for a firecracker early on because I want to cycle back to an evolved one as fast as I possibly can. So it always has precedence for me. When I'm cycling cards, that's the #1 card I cycle. So does the firecracker go back? Or, yeah, it does. Awesome. They go Skeleton King as that pops, so then the Skeleton King doesn't take as much damage. And then I'm wondering if I can go for a Goblin Barrel here. Dual lane pressure is going to be extremely fun to do. Whenever you get the opportunity to go in for a Skeleton King with a Goblin Barrel and a Firecracker, it's offense overload for most opponents. He's going to activate King Tower, but he's also going to take a ton of damage from the Skeletons, and he might even lose a Musketeer. Oh my gosh, that Musketeer is getting incinerated from 2 elixir each time. It doesn't even matter what 2 elixir form it is, whether it's going to be, you know, like the Electro Spirit and Fire Spirit, or if it's going to be a Skeleton King ability. We're still able to make it happen. He's going to Fireball. I think that this is good for us overall because he's going to be down a bunch of elixir and he doesn't have his mortar in cycle. Without Fireball, how is he expecting to defend against the Skeleton King and the Wall Breakers? He's not even able to squeeze together 3 elixir, and that is free damage for me. All right, let's click another Skeleton King ability before it dies. Wonder if the Skeleton King lock onto the tower if that was foolish. Seems pretty dumb on our end. It is what it is. So I was hopeful, but then I remembered we activated King Tower, so the Skeleton King ability wasn't as good as it could have been. The Fire Spirit jumps onto the tower. That would have been awesome. Didn't work out. So we're going to wait for one of the Spirit Goblins to lock onto our tower, and then we're going to go in for our Electro Spirit. If you wait for one of them to lock on, then you're going to take less damage. But if you don't wait, then you're going to not be able to escape the fate of all 3 of them killing the Spirit. It's going to Fireball. Pretty smart strat. Generally, we want to get his Fireball out of cycle, and I think we can do that. If we go for Wall Breakers on the other side, and then just get back to another Firecracker, he's not going to be back to the answers that he wants. We can click the Skeleton King ability right now. He's probably going to have to log that, but if he logs that, then he can't hit the Firecracker, and the Firecracker's splashing onto the tower through the night. That's nice damage. Yeah, of course, we're eating a bunch of damage from the other side, but I think this is okay. Totally acceptable for me. Oh, he's going to body block because he knew that I had the Firecracker Evolve form in hand. You know what? I think I go in for a Skeleton King here, and then we force out units directly down the middle. Let's go in for Wall Breakers. Probably not going to want to log those, and then we can go for a Firecracker. He expected me to go in for the Goblin Barrel. He had to go in for a unit, and look at that. He misses the Fireball. He tried to hit it all, but the Firecracker bounced back. That is incredible value for me. And then I can go in for another Skeleton King here, follow through with even more Wall Breakers because he has to go in for a Fireball on this. But if he Fireballs and he doesn't have enough elixir for the log, and it's just so much elixir to be spending at the same time. And then the poison of the Firecracker, even though it wasn't directly hitting, it was still giving us value. Wait, the Firecracker's still not dead. Oh my gosh, it's still not dead. It's literally never gonna die. Oh my goodness, it took it forever to die, and then we're back to another one. It's so fitting that this game is complete and utter chaos for our homie. Sure, he can go in for a knight here, but I think it's going to be knights out. If that Fire Spirit connects or the Firecracker, it's all it takes. GG and well played. Very fun and chaotic game, exactly the way we want to play. Constantly pressuring your opponent with Firecracker, it's just a matter of time until they mess up, giving you the win. When the guy tried to make the prediction on the Goblin Barrel with the Goblin Gang, it was a pretty smart decision. Since I had my Goblin Barrel in hand, it could have came down. But since we decided to surprise him with the Firecracker, that surprise ended in his demise. Getting over 800 splash damage there is just simply unfair. And we're popping off to 7,600 in the world. All right, so this guy's got Golem in his banner. We'll see what's cooking. Definitely want to go for Wall Breakers here. Whenever I see a Mega Minion, I feel like it's going to be a Golem deck. So let's go in for a Goblin Barrel off to the side, see if our dude decides to go for a Tornado on this. Generally, whenever we play against Golem, they're either going to end up having like Zap, Barb Barrel, Tornado, or Arrows as their 2 small spells. They're always going to have 2. Otherwise, they're just going to lose 99% of their games. Sometimes you'll find some wild childs that run like Golem Clone with just arrows, but then they would also have clones. So we're going to count that as a second small spell, even though it's kind of cheating. So we're going to go in for a Wall Breakers here, and ooh, yeah, he's definitely got Golem. These Wall Breakers 100% connect. Even if he's going to go E-Barbs, that's a lot of damage too. All right, so we can go for Skeletons here, and then we can go for a Goblin Barrel. I want to cycle the Firecracker before I cycle more Spirits, because then I can get back to more Firecrackers a bit faster. Also, I wonder if we can activate King Tower against this E-Barb. No! Wait, no. It worked still well. I can't believe that. It was going to go towards my tower, but it died before it got the slap. I thought for sure, since the Firecracker was right next to my King Tower, I would get the King Tower activation, but I can't complain. I mean, we're up damage, up in an advantageous position where he's always doing negative elixir trades, like the Fireball into the Goblin Barrel for a +1 for me. We take those all day long. And then also on top of that, I mean, we've got the Evolved Firecracker, and I don't think homie can kill it when he doesn't have Fireball and Cycle. He just used the Fireball in the Goblin Barrel. This is about to be his worst nightmare into action. So I'm going to cycle in the back and just disrespect him. I'm going to be like, bruh, how are you supposed to deal with this when you don't have a Fireball? It's going to be funny to see what he does. I'm going to go wall breakers. I'm going to just spam everything that I have, and I don't think he can kill it. It's just going to get distracted by everything. And we go for the Skeleton King. We go for an Electro Spirit. He just can't kill the Firecracker. It's literally impossible. You can't kill this beast. This behemoth. Okay, I jinxed it. Eventually, he was able to afford arrows because he got a little bit of, like, I don't know, chip damage from something. I don't know what it was, but he ended up hurting my Firecracker just a little bit. And it was enough, but now he has to go Fireball again. And then, you know, we're just going to rinse and repeat the same torture for this guy. Fire Spirit at the river, 1 elixir. Oh, you're going to take 300 damage from 1 elixir? Is that fun? Probably not for you, but very much so for me. Now I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel because you just used your arrows and you're not going to get back to it. Oh, he's had enough. He's had enough. He's had enough of the sauce. And now we are laying down the dominance dressing. And I don't even know if he can dress up this Golem with enough pride to break through. I just don't think it's happening. He can decide to do some like really aggressive push, but I don't know. He can't have enough confidence here. We can go in for maybe a Goblin Barrel, a Fire Spirit, and then we're going to go for a Firecracker. Even if we had a Heal Spirit, I don't think we'd be able to heal this man's mental. I'm going to have to go in for Wall Breakers to kite these other side, but it was just the easiest win I've had in my life. And this guy, all he can do is laugh because that's the only thing he can do. What are you supposed to do in this matchup? You're just going to go into Firecrackers and Inferno Towers and all your stuff gets melted. Meanwhile, you're playing defense the entire time. Oh man, it's satisfying to beat toxic Golem decks. But as a Golem player myself, this would be my worst nightmare. This has been by far one of the easiest pushes up the ranks that we've had in a while. And now we're solidly sitting at 6,700 in the world. You would think that a Golem deck with triple spells would probably do pretty well against Logbait, but this guy got annihilated. Let's go, guys. So we're going to be jumping through with our wall breakers and trying to keep up this explosive streak. So unfortunately, I actually misclicked my wall breakers. I meant to split them, but it's all good. We can go for skeletons here and a Fire Spirit and then go for a Goblin Barrel off to the side and try to get a very quick card cycle against our dude. Wait, are we running Logbait versus Logbait, or is he just running Goblin Drill, or is he running like... I don't know. It could also just be minor wall breakers, which is also a very common deck. We're going to go for a Fire Spirit here. It's extremely easy to hit all the bats with the Fire Spirit, especially when you're using Electro Spirit too. Oh my gosh. Both wall breakers connected to the tower there. That was magical, man. Oh, wait. We have a Firecracker Sir in the building. We were both running Firecrackers out here. I think his Firecracker was nice enough to get near his tower so that we could splash onto his tower. His Firecracker wanted to help me out. That was pretty cracked, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, whoa. What if we go wall breakers? Oh, well, can we push the Firecracker closer? Sometimes you can push the Firecracker close enough that it does get the hit on the tower. It's very unfair, but it's fun when it happens. All right, so we want to use either Electro Spirit or Fire Spirit against his bats, so he never gets a good trade. The bats are going to be useless for him unless he uses it on defense against our Goblin Barrel, which is, again, not the best trade in the world. Fire Spirit does more damage than Electro Spirit on the tower, so generally want to use the Fire Spirit on offense and Electro Spirit on defense against the bats. So what do? I think we go Skeleton King, get the 3-card cycle, and show you guys that our Firecracker cycle deck is simply superior. I mean, I've already got the evolution. I think that's point and proof. All right, we can go in for, I guess, the King Tower activation with an Electro Spirit here. And we're going to do that. And then we're going to go in for a Fire Spirit afterward. And we should be able to kill this with skeletons. Maybe the Firecracker doesn't die. If that Firecracker... Did he miss the log? I think he might have missed the log. The Firecracker's not even close to dead. She's so healthy right now. And we can't say the same about his tower. Wow, that's tragic. We're going to Firecracker, go for wall breakers again just for the memes. He's dropping a Firecracker right now, but he doesn't have any elixir. He tried to activate King Tower or just like mess it up. It was awesome. I hope that he goes in for wall breakers because we can go for an Inferno Tower here. One thing that I learned, which is a harsh reality in Clash Royale, if you drop your Inferno Tower in a different spot than I did, you're likely not going to have a good interaction against this Evolved Firecracker. Wait, does the Evolved Firecracker get a hit? Oh, it does. I thought it was low enough health. Anyway, he doesn't have login cycle, so we're going to go in for this, we're going to go in for that. And yeah, if you drop your Inferno Tower lower, a lot of times the wall breakers will just lock onto your tower instead of locking onto the Inferno Tower. So you can't drop your Inferno Tower too low. I've done that before. Not a good interaction, trust me. All right, so if the Firecracker locks on the tower, that'd be huge. I think we can maybe get him to go in for like a log. And he does. Nice. The Electro Spirit, we should be A-okay. I don't want these skeletons to be in a spot where he's able to go for a Firecracker. So we're going to go for a Skeleton King. We're going to go in for a Goblin Barrel. He's going to go for a Firecracker a little bit lower this time. I think we can spam our Evolved Firecracker here. Goblin Barrel's on the tower. If we can just go and kill his bottom tower and the Firecracker locks on the tower, it should be GG. I just need this firecracker to hit something, anything. The wall breakers are coming down. He has to respond to that. He can't just go and wait for a log. Oh, man. Was simply insurmountable for even the fastest wall breaker cycle deck in the game. Our opponent had a 2.4 elixir cycle deck and he still couldn't keep up with us. His log got out of cycle and he got absolutely pummeled. And we've been dominating the game all the way up to 4,800 in the world. All right, so this guy is already a self-proclaimed bad player, or maybe he just feels really bad because he's running the firecracker or like evolve cards that are overpowered. Oh, he's gonna go for a lava hound. Wow, we went full circle, guys. We're gonna go where we started. And hopefully, you know, we get even more of a challenge. Oh, wow, he's going to all in me. So, unlike the last Lava Hound player we played against, it seems like this guy really wants to play as aggressive as possible and have no regard for his tower. So, I'm going to go in for a firecracker here. I want to use an electro spirit so that I can go and chain on to all of the pups. And then I also want to be able to defend against the balloon, please. Oh, let's go. Wait, that worked so well. That was really, really good. My goodness. All right, we can go for wall breakers to go and kite back the Mega Minion. I do think that we end up getting the wall breakers to connect, maybe both of them. Oh, he's going to end up having goblins. That's not ideal. You have a quicker card cycle then. You know what? We played against a 2.4 elixir cycle deck in the last game, and he still wasn't able to keep up. So I don't know if this guy can either. Probably not. But he seems more like the type to just eat a bunch of damage, so he might not even care. So we're going to go in for a Goblin Barrel here. And Electro Spirit is going to give us a lot of value if he goes in for Inferno Dragon on the Skeleton King. I wonder what he's going to do. You know what? He's trying to defend. He seems like the type of player to actually want to defend this, but he's not going to be able to. We got to go in for an Inferno Tower on top of the balloon when he decides to drop it. So we can't drop the Inferno Tower on the Lava Hound. As much as I want to, if I drop my Inferno Tower, then he just goes balloon and I'm screwed. So we have to wait a little bit. I wonder if I can do one of these, where I can maybe kite the Skeleton Dragons a little bit. Hopefully. Just a little bit. Okay, Firecracker's still alive. Oh, baby. This is awesome. We're not going to lose our tower here. We've got a Fire Spirit and the Firecracker... 911? Calling help, please? Okay, cool. Our tower's at 911 just long enough to give us the value. We're going to Skeleton King here. We're going to Wall Breakers, and then we're going to go for a Goblin Barrel. We're going to try to do split lane pressure. So if he goes in for Evolve Barbarians, they're going to die to a Wall Breakers. And, yeah, he actually goes in for Evolve Barbarians on the other side. Wow, I thought he would try to defend his other tower. Huh, that was interesting. I thought he'd go Evolve Barbarians last second on the right, but I guess he's not about that life. We're going to go in for Wall Breakers again on the right, and then we can go for a Skeleton King. I want to just constantly apply pressure so that he never has Elixir. Especially if I can get back to, like, another set of Wall Breakers on the right-hand side, since I should be able to. I think I'm in a good spot. The quickest Skeleton King ability, full bar, going for Wall Breakers here. He's got to arrow as the left. He's got to do it. Otherwise, the Firecracker takes out everything. Oh my goodness. Wait, I've got the evolved one now. As long as the Skeleton Dragon doesn't hurt my feelings, I think we're A-okay. Goblin Barrel snags the tower, and constant split lane pressure is how you play this deck. If your opponent can never catch a breath, well, they're not going to catch anything but a loss. He's going to Fireball. It does end up hitting that. 69 HP in a meme! No! I can't believe it! The arrows were about to take my tower, but we somehow stayed strong. And it's gotta feel bad to be bad right now. The arrows were right under the nose of our Princess Tower, but they still couldn't take it down in time. And after the climb, the overpowered Firecracker evolution has launched us all the way up to 4,100 in the world.
I was this guy. Weak, nerdy, and now look at me. Living out the dream, living my best life.
Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.